welcome to Mike's Trains. In this video, we're going to finish up the lighting in this building. I've actually just finished lighting this whole side of the building. We did this last time. I showed you how I did it. Now I've done this side, and it's all done. I could probably, let's see if you can, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me cut back some of the lighting and see what we get. Yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of see some of the lighting that's in there. And I have my lights hooked up to a power supply, so I can crank up the power just a little bit. There we go. So you can see how well that's lit. I think it looks pretty good. So that's it. That's the whole thing. Now I did order some machinery to put into this machine shop side because you can see very well into these windows. I have stuff coming. I lit these windows a little differently. We used incandescent bulbs instead of LEDs. And this roof is still removable. There are no lights in the roof. So why don't we take a little closer look at what I did with the LEDs to light this side of the building. Okay, so changed our camera angles a little bit so we can take a look at the inside of this and see what's going on. I'm going to take off these roofs. Now, the wires connecting the front half and the back half are not permanently in. Let me tip this up so you can see what's going on. You can tip it like this, and you can see these right here are the two wires coming from the LEDs here going to the LEDs in the back side here, and they're just twisted together. In the end, once I glue down these two roofs, I'll glue the wire right along the top of this wall at the right length, and that'll be it. And these roofs, this one and this one, are not meant to ever come off. And then let's see, now as you can see here, I have the wiring that comes out. This is the incandescent bulb that comes out of this office up here. These are the LEDs for the machine shop. And then down on the back corner here, right here, I drilled a hole in the bottom corner of the building right up here, and then I dropped down the two wires that go to the LEDs for the front and rear roofs. So let me pull off these roofs and you can see what I did. We'll start with the front one here, and let's get this one. This one I had to think a little bit before I got it all in. So this is what we have, and I used the roll of LED lights. And what I did, because you can't pass wire over the top of these, I had to do something a little different. So what I ended up getting was copper tape, which is this stuff right here. It's just copper, 1/8 inch wide copper tape. It's very thin, and I laid the LEDs in here. I super glued them on. I did use some CA on here, glued them down, and then I soldered the contacts, and I soldered them in the same configuration that these lights are wired to each other in. So the red follows right up in all the way through, and the black does the same. And then I connect the two over the part where the beams go with the copper tape, and that way I don't have to worry about having clearance for the wires to go through. These little bunches of wires like this, not going to worry about them. You can't hardly see them. And here's the back side. It's a little harder to get up, but let me see if we can flip this around. This one was a little different to wire, as you can see. It was a little easier. It's just set in the LEDs and then run a copper strip, double strip, one for red, one for black, all the way down, and then I have the leads coming off going out of the roundhouse to go under the layout. These are the two wires that go to the front side, and those are all glued into place, and that's it. And as far as the brightness of the lights, right now all I'm using is a small power supply. So I have this power supply. I just got this and it's working pretty good. It lets me test my lights to see what I'm doing, and you know, I can change the voltage on it. And my connections are right here. Okay, it's a lot better than what I used to do. I used to use a 9-volt battery. Now I can change the voltage, I can change the brightness of the lights to see where I want to be at, and then I'll start messing with the resistors on the main line here. And I'm actually going to make this part of the roundhouse here a different light level than the machine shop side. And I'm only going to do that with just resistors. Very easy to do. So in this lead that goes up to the machine shop, I'm just going to drop a resistor in here, just one, and then I think on this one over here I'm going to drop 2, and that's it. That's the whole thing. So the only thing that's left to do now is to glue down these 2 roofs, and then do the treatment on here like I did these roofs here. These 2 roofs here, and we can probably, I think I'm going to go set this into place on the layout and start trimming down these tracks and get everything so that it fits the way it's supposed to. And then my Shapeways ordered the machinery that I've got coming. I ordered from shapeways.com. Really good place if you've never heard of it or never been there. The place is awesome. I found some nice machine sets over there that are coming, but I won't have those to show you until, I think they said next Wednesday. So next video I should have those if I have time to get them painted and ready to put in. It wouldn't be before next week. So I didn't want to do the whole video of making you have to watch me solder all this stuff up. If you know how to solder, you don't need to see me do it. And if you don't know how to solder, there's a ton of videos on YouTube here to watch to learn how. It's not that hard. But I just wanted to show you the end result, and I thought it was kind of interesting, to be able to get the wiring over these gray girders here underneath here without having to pass wires in there. I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought maybe that would help somebody. So all that being said, I think that's all I got for you this week. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of really liking this. I think it came out really well. Obviously all this wiring here, this will all go away once I set it in the layout and drill the holes for these wires to go down underneath the layout. All that'll disappear, and then we can start the actual process of installing this and putting the concrete through here and getting everything put in the right way. But I think we're pretty well done here on the bench. So I think we're going to call this this series for building this machine shop roundhouse done, and then we're going to go back to the first series, and we're going to start adding to that series again of building the new train yard. I'm going to add these into that, add the next ones into that series. yeah, I think that's it for this week. So, I think next week, I don't know if I'll have a video for next week. I'm going to try like hell. If I don't, I will have photos of this with the machinery inside and all. I did buy some stuff. I went to the Amherst train show, and I was able to find, here are a couple pewter cast machines that I found. Just a quick paint job on them. Yeah, it's not really working so well. I got those, and I have some other assorted goodies over here. I've got some pallets, I've got a tank, another tank. You know, things like this that I've painted, and I've got a few more things over there. These are all things that'll get put inside the building here with the machinery I've got, and I've got probably a decent handful of all that kind of stuff. So next week, if I can get everything done, I'll try to get a video out, and I want to get pictures on my website of how this all looks, all done and lit up and all of that good stuff. So look for my website if you haven't been there yet. It's mikestrains.wordpress.com. That's where I'll be putting pictures up of this whole completed building. If you haven't been there, you can go there. You can sign up for email updates. So anytime I do put, pictures up there on the website, you'll get a notification. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel here as well, please do. I hope you like what you see, and if you're watching it for the first time, please subscribe. Support what I'm doing. So until next time, happy modeling.